Today we will read a poem in your textbook written by Robert Frost. We have two poems of Robert Frost, that is The Dust of Snow and Fire and Ice. Today we will see Fire and Ice. It is a poem written by the American poet Robert Frost. It expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or by fire. He wants to convey that both the things are competent to destroy the world. Students, you might be knowing that nowadays, if there is fire, automatically we are aware that it will destroy the whole world. And if there is ice where no life exists, for existing life, we had to see some atmospheric condition, then only life exists. And you might be knowing in your geography, you might have read that for only one third part of the earth is there where we have the signs of life. So here the poet wants to say that nowadays people are self-centered. They think about their own benefits and in spite of thinking about others. There is a feeling of hatred and scornful situation also. Sometimes we are fighting in the name of caste, creed and religion. And this incident very recently we had gone through it. So here the poet is describing in this poem that both the components are compared with self-destructing human emotions. Nowadays, people never think about anybody else's emotion. Whatever they are doing and what it is going to harm anyone, nobody is worried about it. Hatred and desire. These are the two components. The poem very artistically underpins the philosophy that we let our emotions rule us, and if don't control them, they will surely destroy everything around us. Similarly, he thinks fire and ice both are just as competent in bringing the world to a catastrophic end. So today we will see this poem, the figure of speech is in it, and what it conveys, that we will see. Now see the lines of the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I had tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. Before going to the meaning of the stanza, I just want to listen from you that which figure of speech has been used. First, we will discuss about figure of speech in the stanza and the lines. In first line also, a figure of speech is used, and in the last line also, a figure of speech is used. I know you all are aware of few figures of speech, like world will. Which figure of speech has been used here? It is alliteration. Now, I told you earlier also, when there is repetition of same consonant sound, the figure of speech will be alliteration. When there is repetition of vowel sound, then it is assonance. When there is repetition of same words after consecutive lines, it is known as anaphora. This is the new device which I think you don't know. You haven't read it in earlier classes in 9th and 8th. So when there is the repetition of the word after two consecutive lines, it is known as anaphora. So here we are going through alliteration and assonance. In first line, world will, WW is repeated in world and will. So this is alliteration. And in the last line, I hold with those who favor fire. Here, O O is repeated. O is vowel, we know that. And so it is assonance. But if you are asked which figure of speech is used in favor fire, then it is again alliteration. So keep it in mind. Now, see the explanation of the stanza. Desire means a strong feeling of wanting to have something or wishing for something to happen. Favor, approval or support. The poem expresses the profound idea that the world would end in either of two ways, either by ice or by fire. One group is of the opinion that someday the earth core will get so heated up that it would lead to fire, destroying the earth's surface. On the other hand, the poet here said that other group says that if the temperature goes down to an extent that makes life on earth impossible. We know that for life, existing of life, some atmospheric or environmental condition should be needed. So earth is the only planet where the life exists, and this also only 1/3 part of earth is there where we are living. It would have the same catastrophic effect. Both are competent. Fire is also competent to end the world, to destroy the world, to destruct the world. And fire is also competent to, ice is also competent to destroy the world. The poet then compares fire and ice with the destructive features of human emotion, desire and hatred. We know that people die, but never die is desire. Sometimes we think that we should possess a motorcycle. After getting the motorcycle, suddenly we want to get a car. So desire is continuously increasing thing. And here, hatred is also nowadays you can see it and feel it in every phase of life. People are creating problem in the name of caste, creed, and religion. So this is also there. He says that from what he is aware about fiery desires, he would favor the ones who say that it would be fire. By saying so, he brings about the idea that human beings let their emotions rule them, and the consequence of unmonitored longing is chaos. Chaos means disturbances which will harm the people. Now, next one is next stanza. This is very short poem. It is of only 2 stanzas. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Here, perish means die. Suffice means sufficient. Then, by not waiving off the first option of fire, he considers if the world has to expire twice, ice would be equally competent in ending it. He brings about a contrast between ice and hatred. Nowadays, people are not having warm affection for anyone because we are living in a world of self-centeredness. We are self-centered. Now, our human feelings in class 8, there is a lesson, 3 questions. In that lesson, you might have seen that man is sent into this world to do good to others, means to help others. But what we are doing, we are not helping anyone. We are just thinking about our own benefit. Suppose you are going somewhere and on the way, you saw an incident that a person has met with an accident and he is in need of your help. Do you think you are going to help him? We want to help him, but we are also worried that it might be something serious, or I might have to do something else. Suppose I have to ask by the policeman that how it happened, how you come to see it, and how you come to hospital. So many things, so many procedures are there. So in spite of helping others, we just want to leave the place. So this is the biggest thing in this world nowadays. People are not sensible. Our emotions are also dying, and we are unable to do anything good for anyone. We are even not helping the biggest nature. We are destroying the nature. And in spite of helping others, we are thinking about our own benefits. So in this stanza, the poet is saying, then by not waving off the first option of fire, he considers, if the world has to expire twice, I should be also competent in ending it. Suppose the whole world is filled with ice. Do you think the life exists? Because for a small plant also, we need some atmospheric condition, sunlight, air, and water in that one. So we cannot say that life will be there if there is ice. The human capability of insensitivity and hatred has the potential for inner destruction. Means we are already destroyed from our inner core of heart. Though slow and steady, it has the same effect that desire has on us. So, if given an option between fire and ice, ice would be just as good as fire to destroy the whole world. If the ice is there in the whole world, there also life will not exist. If fire is there, then also we are unable to live on this earth. Now see the rhyme scheme of the poem. Can you tell me what is the rhyme scheme of the poem? A, B, A, B. In the first one, A, B, and A, A. First line, fire, ice. First is A, and second one, ice, is B. Again, desire is rhyming with fire, and last line is fire. So the rhyming scheme here is A, B, and AA. Next, we'll see the question answer of it. Assonance. Just now I told you what is assonance. It is repetition of vowel sounds in the same line. The repetition is at different places in different words. The long sound of O in I hold with those who favor fire, it is assonance. Alliteration, favor fire, world, will. Imagery is also there, anaphora, and this is the summary of the lesson. So your homework is to write the summary of lesson and question answers also. This is for today, and tomorrow we will read the lesson, the Nelson Mandela, A Walk to Freedom. Okay, guys.